Syria. The first one was Imam Bilal. 1,400 years later, a black man becomes an imam in Syria, and he's now the principal spiritual teacher in the country of Burkina Faso. So he met me, and he took it off. And it fit. I'm going to ask a question. Why would a man who's the top spiritual leader in a country take off his fez and put it on my head unless he recognized? When I was in Nigeria, the Yoruba king, who is the king of the second largest tribe in Nigeria, he flew from London to meet me. When I went to where his headquarters is, in Ife, he had his people take me and Mother Khadija into a room, and we took off our clothes, not naked of course, and he wrapped me in a purple cloth with real gold woven in all the cloth. I got it. I ain't gonna tell you where it is. When he came in with his page holding his sword, letting you know that he has the power of life and death in his hands. He installed me. His followers laid down prostrate straight on the ground in front of me. And then when it was time for me to leave, his page started walking in front of him. I beside him. My car is waiting for me. And when we got to the car, he said to the page, "Give him my sword." And the page looked at him in shock, and he snatched the sword and put it in my hand. The Abuna Sheikh, the Sheikh of all sheikhs, who's in Medina, he is respected as one of the top spiritual authorities in the world, who lived in Medina and received me in his humble dwelling. When he laid eyes on me, he spoke these words with strength. Shaja'a, Shaja'a, Shaja'a. It means courage, boldness, bravery, valor, guts, brawler, spunk. He knew that Farrakhan was one of the most courageous men in the world because he has called Satan out for the fight. He said to me, "Brother, I pray for you 500 times a day." And this was also mentioned by one of his students. When I went downstairs to have some tea, a little argument was going on upstairs. I wasn't paying it any attention. But on my departure, he gave the minister his cloak his cape. In Arabic, it's called mishla, which means inheritance and authority. Whatever he was over, he gave it to me. It's no longer in Medina. It's here. Put it over my shoulder. He gave me his staff. His staff in Arabic is called asaya, which means authority. Now, I'm just traveling in the world, making friends, meeting friends, and now they're telling me something about myself that I was not aware of. Yeah, they do know. Now, in Nigeria, in 1,000 years of Durbas, the minister is only the 9th individual to receive a Durba as large as the one they gave to me. Such honored figures are Haile Selassie, Prince Charles, Queen Elizabeth II, and the minister is only the 9th individual to receive a Durba that large. There's so many honors that they gave to me. Sheikh Jamjoon in Saudi Arabia prevailed upon the king and the government to invite me to Arabia. When I went to Saudi Arabia, they honored me with a police escort to the holy city of Mecca. Reverend Al Sampson, that is here, he went to Mecca with me. He went to the holy city of Qum in Iran with me. They mobbed me so after I spoke, the students, Musti had to punch one of them. He was glad to get hit by it. Because they were trying to touch me. Moo didn't know what the hell they were trying to do. This is your brother. The only man that could have called for 1 million men and nearly 2 million came. Who am I? When my father said, when you find out who you are, you're going to have to hold yourself down. Here's a beautiful chalice, silver, and a cup that the chalice is placed in. 2 Jewish rabbis stayed for hours downstairs in the lobby of our hotel. And they came upstairs finally. Mr. Harry Belafonte was in my suite. We were talking. And the Jewish rabbis gave me this. But I went home and I read the words. Yes, sir. To the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You are the Messiah of the world. Look at this. And you are the Messiah to every human who wants to be civilized.